Hello, good people. It's a brand new month. It's a brand new week. Welcome to Finance Skills Hub. Here we learn, we connect, and we grow. In this short video, we are going to go through how to combine tables of data in an Excel workbook into one consolidated table. When you do this and you keep adding new data, you don't have to repeat the process. You just click refresh and the new data is added to your consolidated table. Let's see how this is done in Excel. So this is my data. Normally we store data across workbooks according to months, even though you can do this in one consolidated table. So here I have January, I have February, and then I have March. The important thing here is that you are supposed to have the same headers in all cases. So date city throughout, date city, and then March, date city. So the first thing we're going to do is to convert these data sets into a table. It's an easier way to manage data in Excel. All you need to do is stand in one cell of this block and you press Ctrl T. Okay. The long cut is Insert Table, which is under the Insert tab. So Ctrl T for this. A table allows you to name it so that you can easily reference. So you can name it under the table design menu. Okay, so on the table design menu, table name, let me call this January to reflect the month name. And then I'll do same for February. And I call this February. So that's the table name. And then finally, I'll do Ctrl T and then I'll call this March. So the goal is that I want to create one consolidated table that puts all these three into that table. Now we're going to do this with Power Query. So Power Query in recent editions of Excel is under Data, and under the group Get and Transform, it allows you to bring in data and then transform, clean, and shape it into any form that you want. So standing in the first table, I'm going to go to Get Data, and then here we'll go to Other Sources, and then we choose a blank query. So a blank query will open up the Power Query window. Now when it opens up, in the formula bar, we are going to put in this formula, equal to Excel.current workbook, the first one here. So what this function does is that it goes through your current workbook and then picks up all tables. So when you put in an open and close bracket, you now have a table of contents of all the tables, the ones that we just named. So we currently have 3 of them. So when you do this and you get this list, you see this expand icon here. Okay, so when you click on it, it gives you a preview of all the headers, which ideally should be the same throughout. You have the option to use the column name as prefix. We'll just uncheck this. So now you click OK, and you now have a combination of all the tables in one table for your view. So I have my dates, my city, my product ID, sales, and a column that shows me which month I'm dealing with. So currently I have these 3 months here. Okay, if I have any transformation or any changes, I can do them from here. Otherwise, I could just proceed and then load to. Okay, so if you have changes, example, you want to change this to a date format, you can just click here and then click date. Okay, so when you are done, you just click and then you load to, and then the options are either as a table, as a pivot table report, pivot chart, or a connection if you're not done with the loading or you want to do any other combination or transformation. So we choose a default table into a new worksheet and I'll click OK. Now, when you bring this into your Excel workbook, take note, the name is query 1. Okay, and this is what is here. You can always go back to the query by double clicking this pane. It will take you here, and you can always rename this table that they gave you. So you can even call this combined. And then when we come back here, that takes effect. So now in effect, you started with 3 tables, but you now have 4 tables. Okay, the combined table is now counting as the 4th table. What this means is that because our original query said we should always upload all tables in this workbook, you need to be careful that this new combined table is also going to be read when you click refresh. So here, if I click data and I click refresh all, you observe that the number of rows almost doubles. It just means that it is taking these 3 sources and adding this combined as well. So normally when you go through this process, the best thing to do is to go back to your query and when your query opens up, what you're supposed to do is to come to the column that has the names of the tables and then filter out the combined data. Okay, so what this means is that anytime there's a new table, it will not read data from this one, but only the sources that you've assigned to the Power Query. So now when I do this and I click close and load, okay, upon refresh, I'm back to the 30 rows from the initial January, February, and March. Now, if I duplicate this March and then I make this, let's say, April, and here I'm simulating a situation where new data has come in. So I can rename Alt HOR and I call this April, and then I call this table as well, I call this April. Okay, so I now have this new information. Now let's do a find and replace, Control H. So I will replace March with April and I'll click replace all. So we are just simulating a situation where new data has come in. Okay, so if this is April and you go to data and you click refresh all, you now have these 7 rows added to your original combined table. So now April shows up here. So it's a very quick way to always combine tables of data into one consolidated table, and it's very, very useful because when you use Power Query to do this, all you need to do is just register the new table in your workbook and it will refresh and pick it up. So please practice and add it to your list of Excel tricks. For more of these short videos, you can send ad to this WhatsApp number. We'll add you to our broadcast list so you receive videos directly on your phone. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, Finance Skills Up. All our old videos are here. Connect with us on any of these social media handles. Thank you so much for watching.